You do not need to be an SEO expert or use fancy tools to get paid for website audits. If you've ever looked at someone's website and thought, I could make this work better for their business, you already have enough to get started. What you need now is a way to turn those designer instincts into an offer that you can sell, and that is precisely what this video is all about. I'll guide you through the steps that you need to take so that you can start telling people how to improve their websites and get paid hundreds of dollars an hour to do it. Hey, I'm Danbee. I'm a web design mentor based in Switzerland, and I help web designers build profitable and inclusive businesses without overworking. If you're curious about my programs for web designers, you can get started with a free training at danbeeshin.com/training. I love website audits, and I've been using them from the very early days of my web design business. They're such a low effort offer that gives your clients really valuable insights. And it's kind of like getting paid to do market research, because every audit is going to teach you so much about how your clients think about their websites. Let's dive into how you can start selling website audits step by step. Step 1 is simplify your promise. The biggest mistake I see web designers make with website audits is overcomplicating them. And if you're guilty of this, it's not your fault. Most of us have been taught, probably indirectly, that more complexity makes your work look more professional. So let me know if this sounds familiar. You start by searching for audit tools online and you sign up for a bunch of them. Then you realize that you don't fully understand these long reports that the tools are generating for you. So you start doing some research, and before you know it, you are neck deep in SEO jargon, trying to learn all the things. To be clear, that's not necessarily a problem if your goal is to become an SEO expert. But if your goal is to start selling website audits that actually help your clients and start earning some income right away, this is a massive waste of time. Think of the last client that you worked with, or the last person that you had a sales call with. And now imagine giving them a 10-page report covering everything there is to know about the performance of their website. What do you think is going to happen? They'll immediately feel overwhelmed. They're not going to read the whole report. If it came with a recording, a video, they're not going to watch it. And that means that they will not be taking action on any of your recommendations. You might not even hear back from them again. They won't be giving you a testimonial, and they will not be coming back to you to work on a bigger project. Sadly, I know that this is the typical experience for web designers because I have heard the story so many times. What clients really want when they book a website audit is just two things: reassurance and clarity. Reassurance that their website is doing some things well and supporting their business, and clarity about what to do next to get better results. That is literally it. And a website audit report that makes your clients feel reassured and clear about their next steps is going to have to be simple. When you get clear on that, when you simplify what you're promising your clients, your website audit becomes a service that is actually helpful to your clients. The beautiful thing about website audits is that they require minimal effort from you while delivering valuable results for your clients. So when in doubt, keep it simple. Step 2 is defining a repeatable audit structure. Another mistake that I see web designers make with website audits is starting from scratch every time. They open up a client website and start winging it, just looking at what catches their attention. I mean, that's fine for a one-off situation, but if your goal is to sell website audits consistently, this is just not the best approach. It's not efficient, and it's not a good use of your time or your brain energy. I recommend treating your website audits as a productized service, and that means it's a standardized offer with a fixed scope, price, and process. Think of it as a service in a physical box. Everyone gets the same thing. For example, for every website that you audit, you might start with the homepage and use this 7-point checklist. At the top of the homepage, is there a friendly headshot for personal brands or a photo of the main offer in action? A strong headline that tells the reader that they're in the right place, a clear description of what the business does and who they help, and a clear call to action. Also, throughout the homepage, do you see clear headlines that are easy to understand, copy that's conversational, skimmable, and easy to understand, and on-brand photos and graphics that support the written content? I mean, how simple is that? A structure like this keeps your audits focused, and that is good for both you and your clients. What I just shared here is a snippet of my full 6-step website audit process. If you want the whole process, including what I look at during a website audit and how to structure the results that I give my clients, hint, it is not a 10-page PDF. Check out my website audit masterclass. It also includes a recording of a live website audit call with a client, so you can see exactly how I present the audit results to a real client. You can find it at danbeeshin.com/audit, and I'll also link to it in the video description. And because you're here watching this video and I like to do nice things for my YouTube folks, you can get 20% off the website audit masterclass. Head over to danbeeshin.com/audit and use the code audit20 at checkout. Step 3 is testing your offer. It's really hard to sell something confidently when you're not sure that it actually works. Even if you feel super clear about what you're promising, it's not the same as your clients telling you what they found helpful and what they took away from the audit. And without that kind of feedback, it's natural to second guess the value of your website audits. This is why so many web designers quickly give up on new offers like website audits. Even though they've put so much time and effort into creating them, they struggle to sell them, and then they convince themselves that their clients just aren't willing to pay for this, even though they don't have data to really back this up. The solution is to collect that data by testing out your offer, and that can look like offering your website audits for free or at a reduced rate for just a limited number of clients in exchange for feedback and testimonials. Here's some of my favorite feedback questions to ask when I'm testing a new offer. 1. What did you appreciate the most about working together? This helps you identify the biggest benefit of your offer so you can do more of what's working and also use this language in your marketing. 2. Why did you sign up for this offer? What were you hoping to gain from a website audit? This tells you why someone would buy and helps you figure out how to describe your offer in a way that appeals to your audience. 3. What was going on in your business when you decided to sign up for this offer? This provides more context about what makes someone a good fit for your website audits. 4. How do you feel about the website audit results? Did you get the help that you were looking for? This tells you whether you were able to deliver on your promise. If yes, awesome. If no, this is really valuable information that will help you improve your audit. 5. What could I have done better to improve this experience for you? This gives your client a chance to give you honest and constructive feedback. And when clients give you suggestions, it doesn't mean you need to change anything, but it does give you information about what you could consider changing. I would recommend testing your offer with 3 to 5 clients. That should give you enough feedback to improve your audits and also collect information that you can use in your marketing materials. So on your sales pages, in your sales conversations, and on social media, etc. If you're finding this video helpful so far, please give it a like and also hit subscribe if you want more practical tips like this for growing your web design business. All right, let's move on to pricing. Step 4, choose a price. I know that pricing is never quite straightforward and it can also bring up a lot of emotions. Pricing can feel heavy because it's just not something you want to get wrong. If this is how you're feeling about pricing, first, you're not the only one. This is a completely normal way to feel about money in your business. And what I would offer here is that there are no wrong answers. You're going to choose a price to start with and then adjust as you work with more and more clients. So here's some questions to ask yourself to decide how much to charge for your first website audit. 1, what are your income goals for this website audit offer? If your goal is to earn $3,000 per month doing website audits, your pricing will look very different than if you're aiming for $300 per month because there is a limit to how many audits you can sell and deliver each month. 2, do you want clients to book a bigger project after the audit? If your audits are intentionally designed to lead to a bigger offer, and I will talk about how to do this in the next step, then it can make sense to keep your pricing relatively low. But if you're testing in step 3, reveal that your clients are just happy to implement changes on their own and don't need your help afterwards, the audit needs to be priced to reflect its full value as a standalone service. 3, what results are your clients getting? What is that worth to them? So say a client from your step 3 testing feels super clear and confident about how they can make their website better reflect their brand personality. What is that worth to them? Or maybe another client that you did a website audit for can now make one more sale every month thanks to an improvement that you suggested. What is that worth to them? 4, what price would make you feel like your clients are genuinely lucky to get to work with you? I love this question because when you feel this confident about the value that you're delivering versus the price you're charging, it becomes so much easier to sell your services. You have to believe that this is a great deal before you go out and try to convince your clients that they're going to get a strong return on their investment. Remember, you will most likely adjust your pricing later on. You just need to choose a number to start with. Step number 5 is crafting the client experience. So many designers don't realize, or they forget, that every client project is an opportunity to secure future projects. And understanding this is critical to the long-term success of your web design business. That means you want to use every website audit to build a genuine relationship with your client, because that relationship is what's going to make it more likely for that client to really value your website audit services, give you a positive testimonial, send you referral clients, and come back to work with you in the future. The most effective way to do this is by guiding your client through a smooth and well thought out experience. Just because your website audits are a productized service doesn't mean that this experience has to feel cold or impersonal. So here's some key elements of that client experience to consider. We're going to look at this from the client's perspective. 1, getting key information about the audit offer. Potential clients should be able to quickly understand whether this audit is for them, what results they can expect, what's included, how long it takes, and how much it costs. For this part of the experience, you might create a simple sales page that clearly answers all of these questions and sets expectations upfront. 2, booking and paying for the website audit. For a lower cost offer like this, it's best to skip the sales call to remove unnecessary friction and also protect your time and energy. To gather relevant information and context about your client's business goals before the audit, you can use a form instead. For example, you could use a tool like Acuity Scheduling or Calendly to let clients choose a time based on your availability, fill out an intake form, and pay in one seamless step. 3, getting the audit results. A personalized walkthrough of the audit results helps clients understand your insights and just really feel supported. You could, for example, guide them through the audit results during a call or a personalized video. If you deliver a video recording, I would make it very clear that there is no call and that they'll simply be receiving a recording at the time of their appointment. If you do a live call, you would also follow up with the written report that you went through together during your call and also include the recording of that call. 4, knowing how to get support going forward. Your clients should never feel like they're left hanging. It should always be crystal clear when a project is over and how clients can move forward. Otherwise, there is no closure and things can feel awkward and messy. So for example, here's some options that you can give your clients for moving forward. A, they can reach out with any questions within a 1-week email support period. B, if they want you to implement the changes you recommended, they can book a VIP day, for example. And of course, you want to tell them how it works and how much it costs. C, if they want you to build them a brand new website that better meets their business goals, they can book a complete website project. You might even tell them that if they choose to go this route with a brand new website, the cost of their website audit can be credited towards the cost of the website project. So they essentially get a discount worth the cost of the audit. 5, sharing feedback. Most clients will appreciate the opportunity to tell you about their experience working with you, but sharing feedback does take time and effort on their part, so you want to make this as easy as possible. For example, you could do this by sending them a brief survey with just 3 to 5 questions. When you're crafting your client experience, always keep in mind why you're offering these website audits in the first place. Is it to give your clients a quick win and lead them to a bigger service? Is it to serve clients who just want the audit results and make changes themselves? Or is it something else? Also, keep in mind the price that you chose in step 4 and make sure that your client experience matches that pricing. All of these things are going to help you design a client experience that helps you build trust and a long-term relationship with your clients. Step 6 is to start selling. All the work you've done so far doesn't really mean much if you don't actually sell your website audits. It can be really hard to promote your website audits. You might overthink what to say. You might worry about being annoying if you talk about your audits too much, and you might even feel unsure whether this is something that's even ready for real clients. And all of these things can keep you from talking about your website audits. But to state the obvious, if no one hears about your website audits, if no one knows that you offer website audits, no one will buy it. You run a business, and as a business owner, it is your job to promote your offers and talk about your offers as much as possible. You can post about it on social media, and it's okay if no one engages with it, if no one likes it or comments on it. Someone will see it at some point. And we're not just posting once and calling it a day. I want to see you talk about your website audits at least once a week when you're just getting started. You can also create a dedicated sales page on your website. Just make sure that it is really easy to find by putting it in your main navigation, for example, or giving it its own section on your homepage. You can also mention your website audits when you talk to people about your business. One of my mentorship clients, Ruth Gaunt, got business cards made for in-person events, and the business cards included a QR code linking to her website audit sales page. I mean, genius. When you start feeling like everyone in your network must know about your website audits by now, you're probably approaching the right level of promotion. And I promise, most people still won't remember that you offer website audits. The more consistently and the more often you talk about your audits, the more natural it's going to feel and the more confident you'll become promoting them. And honestly, that confidence is half of what gets you clients. Step 7 is to improve your offer and raise your prices. Your offer is not going to be perfect the first time you launch it. If things feel a bit messy or a bit awkward during your first few audits, don't worry about it. That is completely normal for a brand new offer. It's just not realistic to expect yourself to nail it the first time you try something new. Like I said earlier, a lot of designers give up too soon on new offers without giving them a fair chance. And that means they miss the opportunity to learn from client feedback, their own experience, and honestly, this is how you build a high quality service over time. So step 7 is all about iterating and improving your offer with every new client. After you wrap up each audit, take the time to review what went well and what could have gone better. And as the quality of your audits improves, also raise your prices to match the value and the results that you're delivering for your clients. Small improvements can add up quickly. I have no doubt that website audits can be a reliable way for you to bring in income and new clients into your business. I wish more designers used website audits, and that's why I created the Website Audit Masterclass. There is so much that I couldn't fit into this video, and if you're serious about offering website audits in your business, it really is the best next step for you after watching this video. Check it out at danbeeshin.com/audit, and remember to use the code audit20 for your 20% discount. So now you know that website audits are a great way to work with new clients in your business, but what about clients who have already booked website projects with you and are starting to miss deadlines? In my next video, I'll show you how to get those delayed projects back on track without being unkind to your clients. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you over there.